And welcome. I wanted to start by asking, how do we simplify functions or trig functions if there are variables? And I've given you a few examples. If you want to work through those, then I'll through them with you. All right, to start out, we're going to draw a triangle. We're going to designate the opposite side and the hypotenuse. We are then going to solve for the length a, so a squared plus the square root of x squared is equal to 1 squared, which is really just means that a squared plus x is equal to 1. So we can solve for a squared now, which is going to mean that a squared is going to be 1 minus x. So a is going to be the square root of 1 minus x. So we now have that as our a value. So we can now take the cotangent of this angle theta, which is what we just did. And we would get cotangent, and I'm just going to simplify that to theta, is going to be equal to our opposite, or adjacent over our opposite. So that's going to be the square root of 1 minus x all over the square root of x. And then continuing on to my second example here, we have an e to the x, but this time it's going to be our hypotenuse since we're dealing with the cosecant of x and what value would make that e. We know it would have an opposite side of 1. We now want to solve for a. So we would have a squared plus 1, and we know that 1 squared is equal to e to the x squared. We know that that would mean that a squared is equal to e to the 2x minus 1. So a is just equal to the square root of e to the 2x minus 1. Plug that in for a, e to the 2x minus 1. And now we can solve for the tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. So really the tangent of the theta, which is our cosecant of x, is going to be equal to 1 over the square root of e to the 2x minus 1. And that's the summary of calculus type functions for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.